Dude, I gotta figure out how to make the chat large. Make the chat larger, Dave. Let's get the show started. It's Saturday. That's my newest jam right there. Yeah, that's my newest one. I was tearing it up. Super Tech Live. Yeah, with a little NorCal Dave action. All right, let's see what we got in here. We already got 18 watching. Wow, that's incredible. We'll get the volume on the music down. You guys, you know the song you guys want to hear for the intro. Let me find it here. I'm scrolling. Scrolling down the mountain. Scrolling down the mountain. Oh, yeah, this is the one. All right, I'm coming to Saturday night Super Tech Live. All right, I'm gonna try and catch up on the little chats real quick here. How's everybody doing? Got the weekend going? He's a super tech. Get it and rip it, man. We are the lurkers. Oh man, I used my calibrated hands yesterday. Shannon's in the house. Hey Shannon, when are we gonna get a Shannon video? It's been a while. The Fixer 69. Great work, Super Dave. Felipe's in the house. Felipe, were you NorCaling it today? Oh man, that's awesome. All right, we're trying to get this going. Here's probably a little. I got the microphone up loud, so that's why there's like echo. But hopefully the volume's all good. Play the drums for me, Felipe. I'll get it set up one time where it can film while I drum, and I can get the sound going in there at the same time, and I'll show you guys a bunch of drum technique and stuff, all my little 3 tricks in the book, and we can do that, but not tonight. It's hard enough for me just to throw these little beans together and get things going. Oh yeah, what do we got here today? Have any of you guys tried this, the hop tea? So if you guys don't know, I've been on the wagon for a while. And this is tea that's brewed like a craft beer, and it says, if you're like us, you dream with Citra. And it's tea that tastes like IPA beers because it's made with hops. And what's killer is it's 0 calories, 0 carbohydrates, 0 sugar, 0 alcohol. And you get that little beer craving, like when you drink all those hoppy IPAs. And that stuff does the trick. Hop tea. Yeah. And there's different flavors of it. This one is the Citra Bomb one. I like the hoppy one too, the one that's like super duper hoppy. Not bad stuff. It is carbonated, so it's kind of like that sparkly. It's like a sparkly hoppy water, but not too carbonated. I'll be hanging out with the guys that drink White Claws and the skinny jeans. I just got to get me some skinny jeans and my hop tea. And dude, I need a little goatee, and then what else? A little sweater, and then I'll be like these guys right here. This is probably my best song ever made. Have any of you not heard this song? This was one of my best songs ever. He's a soy boy. Yeah, the vanilla latte, that's his drink. That's my Kyle Shanahan song. I always think Shanahan's kind of soy. The NFL is made for alpha males. He seems a little beta sometimes. But, hey, Not a bad coach. Not a bad coach. Uh, been playing in the Indiana snow. Old time heating and cooling service. Oh, dude, Indiana old timer. I don't even want to tell you what my forecast is for next week. You could look it up online, but probably something like 76. It's going to be silly. Felipe's probably going to be in the 80s or 90s. His phone will be ringing. Uh, how you guys liking Hack and Mo, dude? Hack Reynolds and Mo Kiedis. Oh my goodness. Those guys are amazing. Oh, who's ready for early summer work? Yeah, we're going to get it on the West Coast for sure. No sound. Oh, what did I do? Did I bone the sound? Uh, let me take a look here. Is there any sound now? Can you guys hear me now? Breaker, 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 breaker 19. Let's see. That one there goes out. Old timer, you can hear me? Old time heating and cooling service. Mike B is in the house. You guys got that one? All right. um, we can hear you. Just sounds far away. Also, no music at all. All right. Well, I can crank the volume up on the microphone like that. Is that better? That's not hard to do. And then let's see, the music goes into there. Oh, I know why you couldn't hear the music, because I didn't have the volume turned up on it. We could try that one again. Is that better? Yeah, he's a soy boy. Did you guys get the soy boy that time? The Kyle Shanahan song. 24 degrees for James Brown in Minnesota. Holy moly. I've told you guys this before. I would not even know how to dress to step out the door if it got that cold here. Man, you guys would find me frozen on the roof. Ugh. Music is low. Well, I wonder what I did with them. So I got the input there. Let's see. Input goes there. I probably have a different cable I could use too. This is what happens when you plug and go. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe we need this two banger. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The music was low. I got the music turned off right now. You guys would crack up if you saw how I hook all this stuff up. You guys would be cracking up. All right. There we go. That's better. Music is low. We should try one more song and see if we get the volume better for the music. That goes out there. Oh. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try that new one again and see what happens. Like that's coming through the headphones really loud. Can you guys hear that song? Oh, okay. I'm gonna change the chord on it. Let's see. Sometimes you get a crappy chord, you know. But I got a spare here. Look, it's like the audio engineer right here. You should have seen the times when I used to tour out in the band. All the shit we'd have to do while we're playing music, things breaking. It was so killer. Oh yeah. let's try this. Can you guys hear that? Was that one coming through? Oh, Kamala Harris lost another employee. Now that's 12. Oh shit, stay out of the politics, Dave. Stay out of the politics. Oh, let's see. Oh, still no music. Oh, I think I know why. Alright, number 3, that's you. Number 3, I'm going to give this one more try, then we'll give up on it. Any luck with that one on the flux? Any luck on that one? Well, that was worth a try. That was worth a try, man. I don't know. This is probably going to turn the microphone off real quick. That's a 2-banger. That shouldn't be a problem. All right, let's try this one more time. Breaker, 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 1-9. Can you guys hear that one? That's about how, this is how the show's going tonight so far. That's about it. Right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my flux capacitor is broken today. The flux capacitor. Oh, you know what? It could be this too. I wonder if that's making it get goofy. No. Channel 2, channel 1. All right. Take 3. No, it should be nothing. Holy hell, that's loud. Is that coming through? Oh, I got a thumbs up for Soy Boy. Yeah, that's the Kyle Shanahan song. Oh, shit. All right, we're going to ditch the music, man. So it's coming in the headphones, it's not going out to the machine. That's, oh, I know what happened. It came unplugged from my iPhone. I'll have to show you guys how I do this. It'll work now. My cable came unplugged. I used the iRig. Show you guys the iRig. All right, watch this. I think we're going to be back. Hopefully it's not too loud.
Looking at you, yeah, he's a soy boy. Is that what I think?
Now the microphone should be hooked up. How's that?
That's his drink.
Are we back?
He's never worked a day in his life. He's got a
That's it. Oh, yeah, way too loud. I knew it. Yeah, there's Soy Boy. Much better. Yeah, so I use this, the way I record my music and stuff. Hold on a second, the microphone's too loud. So the way I record my music and stuff is, there's this company called iRig. You can plug your guitar into that, and it's an interface that'll go to your iPhone or your iPad or even your computer. Then I use it with the output from the little mixer thing I have, and then that goes into my phone. I still use my iPhone for most of my video editing and my music recording. It's the most awesome tool for $1,000, I think. And I just learned a bunch of more shortcuts on iMovie on the iPhone that I think I do a better job on my iPhone than I do on the computer, because I have done some videos with iMovie on the computer. But I could do it faster, easier, and I think the upload quality is better if I upload from my phone directly to YouTube. It's hilarious. I've been tinkering with it a lot with the motorcycle videos. And, yeah, like that whole video I did when I went to Sturgis was done on my iPhone. I had it all finished before I came back. Ready to post up, but I waited till I got home to use the home internet for the upload. I haven't tried uploading with my cell service too much. But I guess that would work, right? All right. That was the Soy Boy song. I love that one. This is my newest one I was trying to play for you guys. This one cranked out pretty darn good. It has like that little irie vibe to it. I did this one before the Niners choked on last Sunday. I was like, yeah, I'll go to the garage and I'll record a song. I'll make a nice little upbeat song for some positive vibrations. And then they choked. They went soy on me. But I got to see those turkeys win 5 Super Bowls. So, hey, I'm good. I'm good on Super Bowls. I'm not like these young kids that never saw the team win. And like you can see all the stuff behind me. I used to go out to Candlestick. I had season tickets. I used to tear it up when Joe Montana and Steve Young were out there, and I was in my prime time. We used to smoke weed in the seats and the whole deal, dude. It was hilarious back then. And it was like puff, puff, give. Oh, it was cheaper than buying beers. Beers were always expensive at the game. Now they're like $16 for a cup of beer, so I wouldn't even buy a beer at a game. And it's the same with the Giants, too. You go out to, I think it's called Oracle Park now. They always change the names. And so I just bring a water. They'll only bring water in if it's unopened. I just bring water in or buy water at the stadium. And then that's usually how I do it nowadays. Let's see how we're doing. Puff, puff, pass. So is the volume okay now? I'm not going to blow out eardrums and piss people off with the whole deal. I'm looking at a box over there. I think Mo Ketis and Hack Reynolds are in that box on the floor down there. I recorded a good one yesterday for next Friday. Hey, you guys are going to crack up. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yep. Oh, Mo Ketis and Hack Reynolds, the installers. You know, when I used to work with the installers, they would always, did I tell you guys this story? So we'd get slow, and I worked for the mechanical shop, and I'd have to go work with the installers, and they would always make me insulate. And that's where that line came from. They always thought service guys were just a bunch of prima donna filter changers. You know, they thought we were out there having an easy day just changing filters all day. So I'd get on the installs with these guys, and they'd have me insulate, and then my nickname was Fuzzmaster 5. And, you know, we'd use all that, the split 9. Yeah, it'd make you itchy as hell. Oh, those, dude, I remember when I was younger and those guys had me doing that stuff. Those guys boned me so hard. They're like, hey, are you all itchy? And I'm all, yeah. They're all right, go home and jump in a super hot shower. That's what you need to go do. I was like, oh shit, okay, right on, man. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah. You know how that worked out. Oh, those guys torched me. Oh, it's too loud. Sorry about that. Here, is that better right there? How's that? Mike's hot. I'm having a shitty night tonight with the engineering. Fuzzmaster Cinco in Spain. That's correct. Fuzzmaster Cinco. All right, is the volume better now for everybody? Sorry about that. Oh, sounds better, JT. All right, yeah, my bad. I've had a terrible evening with the sound. It'd be like a Hack and Mo install. Yeah, man, I was Fuzzmaster 5, and they'd be up my ass. They're all, you got to make it look like a Christmas present. And I want it tight and nice, like a Christmas present. And then, those days would suck. I'd be like, fuck, come on, phone ring. I need the phone to ring so I can get some service calls and get the hell away from these guys. Mohin hack or a trip, Dave. Chris M. Yeah, they are. Do you believe in loyalty to companies? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, the best advice for the young guys are, don't be a job swapper. You know, you go from shop to shop to shop, it ain't going to work out in the long run. If you get to a shop if you're non-union and you get to a shop, we'll make it two sides. If you're non-union and you get to a shop and you can stick it out and they got a decent 401k and stuff and the owner's cool. Like the shop I worked for had profit sharing, and it turned out to about roughly like 20 grand a year the boss would give us into a SEP IRA. And we had health insurance. I had a really good boss back in the day. We had health care. We had a small dental plan. The dental insurance isn't very good. Even at the UC where I work, the dental coverage isn't that great. You have to buy supplemental. If you're going to end up getting crowns and a bunch of work done, you're going to fork out a bunch of money unless you get like secondary insurance. You need your dental insurance and a secondary dental. And it's worth buying that stuff if you have a family and kids. It'll really pay itself off in the long run. And I see another reason the mic's hot too. So on that iRig I was telling you about, it has a gain control, and the gain's up way too high. I could see that from here. I just can't reach it. So if you could stick with one shop and make it work out, hey, look, you're going to have times where you get pissed off at the boss. You're going to have times where you get pissed off at your coworkers, but it all cycles. And only you can make it work, right? Either you're going to be pissed off and bummed out and fuck everybody, or you're going to take another route and go, hey, you know, truck's good, work's good, boss is cool. Maybe the boss isn't cool, but the pay's good. I like the customers I'm working at. What are you going to do? You go to the next shop. Now you're the new guy at the next shop, and you're a move around guy. You get a couple, 3 or 4 move arounds, you better believe if in your area, everybody knows what's going on. And it's just one of those things. So as far as company loyalty, yeah, why not? But if on the other half of it is, if you're in the union, that gives you a little more leeway to bounce around. Maybe you got into a shop that gets slow. What would happen a lot of time at the union shops is, are they bringing in work? Do you got work? Then you'd see guys moving around. But with the union, everything goes with you. Your benefits, your retirement, your pension, everything just follows you. Ring, 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 ring. So it's a different deal. When you're working non-union, it all depends how it's set up. What's following you? What are you building up? You know, you get 20 years at one shop, you should have a nice little stash there at the end. So just something to think about. Go to Costa Rica for a dental plan. 1/4 of the prices includes travel and lodging. Yeah. I was in Costa Rica in 1995. Matter of fact, I think I got a picture. Oh, yeah, right here. Let me grab this one. This is my buddy, Chris. We were out doing the surfing. I had a picture where we caught a big old sailfish, too. Let me find that thing. Now you guys, look, a squirrel. I'm all sidetracked. I got to find the picture. I bagged a big old sailfish, dude. It was killer. Let me see if that's coming over. That's me and Chris in Costa Rica right there. Look at that. I was a young man back then. Yeah, that's in Costa Rica right there in 1995. We went all over that country. Went down the Pavones in the southern part down by Panama. Surfed a ton. Went to the Caribbean side and surfed. Had a great time. Let's see where we're at here on the chats. You should have a second channel with stories. Just make stuff up that took place in the 80s and 90s. I'm sure it'd be a hit. You know, I'm always looking for stuff. Maybe I'll have Hack and Motel stories from the 80s and 90s. Because I got to get some material for those guys.
I don't want to give away all the stuff. I almost slipped up there. I got a couple funny ones coming with those two guys. What's up, NorCal? Digging the shirt. Oh, Felipe, yeah, the slab sides. They'll do the repairs on your Harley. They're out in Campbell, California. They do really good work. So how's everyone doing with the refrigerants? Phil sent me a flyer. I think Johnstone had some 404 on sale. If you guys are looking for 404, if you bought one jug, it was a certain price. If you bought 2 jugs, it was a lot cheaper. And if you bought 3 jugs, it was even cheaper then, where it got it down to maybe like into the $300s of dollars per cylinder, which I think at RSD right now is like what, $635 for 24 pounds of 404. The inflation thing's real. I can't remember if I told you guys this or not too. So I had a customer tell me they used to pay $15 for a box of green onions. Now they're paying $58. So, and if you're in an area like where I'm at, COVID's already hurt these mom and pop shops a ton. I think the inflation's going to hurt them more. We'll see how many are left. I got to do a drive around for all the businesses that have rolled up and gone away. Felipe gets it for $350. Get them by the pallet. I switched over to 448A. So yeah, the price is lower on all that stuff. And then instead of the 134, I've been using the 450A. It runs a lower suction pressure though, so it could trip you out on a unit. So 134A, you're used to seeing 18 psi on the gauge for a 20-degree evaporator. With the 450A, it's going to be right around 11 or 12. And I've already done a couple prep tables where I've recovered the 134, and I just use the cap tube that it comes with. I'm not sizing the cap tube for the 450, and I just put the same weight back in, and it's been working. We'll see how that pans out. Oh, get them by the pallet. What's with the hike of refrigerant? Mad prices. This shit has to end. Gas man, no, it's going to go up. 2023, the EPA has another 40% hike on HFCs. So this year, it's going to be where it's at. Next year, it's going to go stupid. 40% increase. And that's what they're doing to it. And they're not calling it a phase out. They're using some other term. But yeah, stock up before 2023 for sure, or switch refrigerants, which is kind of what they want us to do, I think, because of the global warming potential, lower global warming potential, whatever. Yeah, there's going to be another 40% price hike in 2023. And you can find that that's in writing from the EPA. My boss doesn't follow the trade. He ran out of 404A and was in for a good shock when he found out it was 450 plus. Oh my gosh. EPA needs to force everyone to make the switch to hydrocarbons, R290 and 600. They're going to switch. I don't mind. Dude, think about this, dude. The R290 thing, once everything, the self-contained stuff is all running R290, it's kind of neat, man. Little containers on the truck. You don't need a big old jug of refrigerant. I think it'll be all right. It's going to be just fine. Had an electric heat problem, kept blowing fuses, went through 20 or more fuses, ended up the common was hooked up to a no common thermostat. What a dope. I put the stat in the summer. They are trying to make it to where no one wants to spend the money. Well, think about the air conditioning trade. Yeah, R410 is 380. So air conditioning, when they do switch to the so-called flammable refrigerants, I don't know if customers are going to have to replace equipment. It's going to get gnarly for the residential AC guys. That's going to be a change. President CEO of Zaza's Air and Heat has a gaming channel now. I might have to come over and take a look. I think the last console we have in the house still is the PlayStation 4. I think there's a PS4 lurking. And the kid went to college. So my son's in college now. So my daughter graduated college. I don't know if I told you guys this. She's graduated. She's already got a job. Doing great. Doing absolutely great. Now my son's in college. So you guys are stuck with some NorCal YouTube for at least another 3 years minimums. And then I'm not sure if I want to raffle the van off. I was thinking of raffling the van off at the end because I got to get to a point where I only have one job. Or raffle the van off or turn it back into a hippie surf van. I haven't decided yet. If I raffle the van off, it's going to go with all the tools in it. It'll be a whole complete kit. It'll be the whole NorCal van raffle. And then maybe I could buy a scholarship for a kid that goes to UTI or something. That's what I've been bouncing that thing around when the time comes. Just picked up the new Calgon carbon changing kit. So far it's been great, easier to use. When you worked for a company, did you ever head to Sacramento? Nope. Didn't work in Sacramento, but my sister lives in Sacramento, and I actually had it's funny. So the day before her air conditioner went out, she's in West Sacramento. The day before her air conditioner went out, I drove 4.5 hours out to Kim's mom's house to fix their air conditioner in Clear Lake. So from Santa Cruz to Clear Lake was 4.5 hours. I took my son with me so he could see his grandparents. And we went out there, and it just had a blown the capacitor Bandit special. So the run cap to the compressor was bad. Check that out. Check the whole system out for him. The next morning, my sister called, but I had a bunch of NorCals to do, which was on Sunday. Her AC's out, so I had her call Greg Fox, and Fox Heating and Air went and fixed her air conditioner. And I think she's on Greg's service plan, the Fox Heating and Air service plan. And she had the run cap go out also. And they fixed her up, and they got some bought air in the house. It gets hot in Sacramento. Santa Cruz, I don't need an air conditioner. Sacramento, yeah, you need an air conditioner. New ultra low temp reefer is looking at 472A to replace 508B. The compressor rating is supposed to be a lot lower and will maintain a minus 90 box easily. Very cool. I know the grocery store thing, it's looking like the CO2 is going to be the way to go for the grocery stores. It's just the equipment's super expensive. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, the Run Cap Bandit. Eric Goldhammer. Hey, Dave. Hey, Eric. Let's see. What else have I been working? Dude, I'm still doing pump seals like crazy at work. It's been the year of the pump seal at the day job. Let me tell you. A lot of Bell and Gossett and some Tecos, but mostly Bell and Gossett stuff. What else? What else have I been seeing? I'm trying to think here. Oh, yeah, we have an oil-fired steam generator. Hot oil, Fulton steam system. That's been acting up lately. If I could ever get a chance to film at the day job, you guys would lose your minds. It's you could work on everything in a day, from steam to a walk-in box to BMS to pumps, boilers, old pneumatic controls for buildings, VAVs, digital and pneumatic, all kinds, just crazy stuff. Do a 450A conversion video. Yeah, I could do that for you guys. I might even do it on the Vangina. So the Vangina has a small leak. About every 2 years, I got to recharge the air conditioner on the Vangina. And I'm too busy, lazy, to actually dig in there and find the where it's leaking at. So I'll do a recharge on it like every 2 years. And I was thinking maybe if it's this summer, I'll find out when it quits air conditioning, recover what's left of the 134A, pull a vacuum and put the 450 in and see how it does for automotive. Might be interesting. But yeah, I'll get a conversion for you guys. It's super easy to do. And I really don't have any more 134 on my truck, so I'll do that the next little prep table action I get going. Sounds like HVAC at the hospital. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, the university is real similar to the hospital. It's like a miniature city up there. It's basically a miniature city. It's neat stuff. Sounds like the day job keeps you on your toes. Gotta love or not. Yep, it'll keep you busy. No, actually, the reason there hasn't been a lot of HVAC videos, and I'll be brutally honest with you guys on the NorCal channel, I've been slow. I think between the COVID and then the inflation, and then my town is a tourist town, and of course it's winter right now, and I don't have a lot of chain restaurants. It's mom and pop stuff. They're really tightening down the purse strings, and it just hasn't been super busy. And then when I have gotten busy, it's like, do I want to film this? It's the same old baloney, and it just hasn't been jamming that much. But things always break, so I'll get some more. I'll get some more repair videos. You might even see Hack and Mow on a service call. That could happen. I might break those dudes out on a service call. Me heating guy, I am slow too. No, you can't be slow, Joe. Come on, it's got to be like minus 1 million degrees out there. How many elevator AC jobs you got at the day job? There's a bunch, and there's a ton of IT room. They put a bunch of Daikin's on, I think over 100. And then there's a brand new construction going on, big job, and they're not allowed to use gas appliances for heating anymore because they don't want the emissions to go into the sky. And they're going to try and heat domestic hot water and the heating water with Daikin heat pumps. So I can't wait to see how this goes. And that's multi-story building, maybe six stories. 6 stories with a bunch of kids that got to take showers every morning. Yeah, it's going to be neat. I'm going to learn a lot on that one. We'll see how that goes. Hack and Mow, we're in the 818 today. Saw those two suckers, Felipe. Yikes. No natural gas, but private jets are okay. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Your man cave is nice, Dave. Yes, so my house only has a 1-car garage, and this is it right here. So I got this little mini fridge here, and I got some. I'll make a video to show you guys. I built a little solar generator, and I'll show you guys how to build them so you could have them on your work truck if you wanted to run power tools and stuff. It's basically, mine's old school because I'm a cheap ass, so I didn't buy a LiPo battery. I bought a AGM, is it AGM batteries? It's a sealed lead acid battery. A power inverter, and the power inverter has a built-in solar charger, so you could just keep it cleaner. And it also has a plug-in battery charger, and then I have a couple solar panels you could throw in the truck when you take it out to a job site or if you're using it to power the house. This little fridge only pulls 40 watts, so I could run this indefinitely off my little system that I built. But as far as power tools on your work truck and stuff, you could set the powers up outside, and you'll get pass-through power. So whatever the sun's hitting, going in, it'll keep some juice in the batteries while you're running your power tools on the job site if you need to. And you could make smaller ones yourselves, too, if you wanted to make a smaller one. The ideal way to do it would be to buy a LiPo battery. The price of those are coming down. You could probably get a 100 amp hour battery now for $360. That battery would probably last you all day for what we do. And you could probably get that with the MPPT little solar charger and an inverter. Get yourself a good pure sine wave inverter. You could figure out how much watts you need for your power tools. It's usually the inrush that kills those things. So if you got a 2000 with a 4000 inrush, so it could go up and then still run it, and you're not going over 2000 watts while you're running tools. You could have yourself a nice little generator on your truck or your van. And you could build them as small as you want. I built mine almost like the Milwaukee pack out that has the extended handle. I put it all in a cheaper brand one so you could roll it all around. And I'll make a video on that for you guys so you guys can check it out. It's pretty cool. Dave G wants to know, do I do refrigeration? Yeah, I do. I do the refrigeration. It says, oh, R134A hole says, apparently server batteries are the way to go. Ah, server batteries. Yeah, the battery thing, you could build your own batteries for it too. There's so many guys on YouTube that'll show you how to build your own solar batteries. You could build your own batteries, and you could purchase the BMS for the batteries. And the main thing you want is low temperature. If you do the LiPo batteries, you could probably build yourself a little generator about this big, and run it off like a couple 100-watt solar panels. And you can make it really compact. Felipe says, I think I do refrigeration. Hey man, you guys know some days you gotta hack and mow, dude. Depends how many calls are on the books. You want to be a super tech, but man, some days it's like you gotta go to the grinder. Dave G is swamped in Austin. My main number one road dog moved to Austin. He's getting a swimming pool put in right now. I'm gonna ride the motorcycle out there as soon as that pool's done, and he has the opening pool party. I'm gonna ride my motorcycle out to Austin, Texas. I'm gonna take Highway 10 all the way across. I think I pop out in San Antonio, and then I gotta go north to Austin. What refrigerant are you going for 410A once it's phased out? I don't think there's going to be a 410. I don't know if there's going to be a 410 replacement or not yet. From what I saw with the, and I'm having a brain fart right now, but there's a number, abbreviation and number for all the refrigerants they're going to go for the residential and commercial air conditioning that has the potential of being flammable. And once they switch to those, I'm not sure if there's what they're doing for a 410 replacement. But you're not going to be able, my brain's kicking in a little bit. It sounds like you're not going to be able to get a 410 replacement condensing unit, and the customer's going to be boned buying this all new equipment again. It's going to get real dicey. It's going to get dicey. Slicey and dicey. Here, let's crack this thing open and see if I make butt lips off the hops. Oh, I lost sound. What happened? Oh, are we back? Let me plug my battery back in here. Let's see, do we got battery? This is how you do it. You got to get like battery packs going and things. Here it is, sparkling hop tea. It's non-alcoholic. That tastes like an IPA, man. I kid you not. That tastes like a really nice little light IPA. I keep my brains in my head. You could drink that and then go. You could still drive the work truck. Boss will think you're crushing beers on the job. A lot of RV YouTube channels will show you how to do solar stuff. Yep, that's correct. There's this kid that used to live in Santa Cruz. He's probably got the #1 solar channel on YouTube, and he's become a rock star. I think his name is Will Prowlis, and it's DYI Solar with Will Prowlis. That kid was homeless in Santa Cruz for like 12 years, and he lived in a van and an RV and all kinds of stuff. And he wrote a book. He's super sharp. I think he's like beyond electrical engineer. And he wrote a book. You could buy his book on Amazon, DYI Solar. You got to check out his YouTube channel. He's got crazy, crazy stuff. He moved out to Vegas. And crazy solar stuff. But my favorite channel for solar stuff to watch is Hobo Tech. Professor Hobo Tech. That I want to party with that guy. You gotta watch Hobo. Professor Hobo Tech. He does the he does his reviews, and he does a double fisted. He does the double fisted reviews on stuff. That guy is hilarious. Oh my gosh. 454B is the replacement. Oh, is that going to be the R10 replacement, John Harrell? Do you know what the cost is on that stuff compared to 410? So this is what got my van to change. Number one is I didn't want to be carrying a bunch of more refrigerants on my truck anymore. You will see in my videos I still do have like a jug and a half left of 404, and I'll use that up, and then it's all 448A. I'm done with 407C. I ran out of it. I'll be putting 448 in where the R407C was. And of course, you got to check your superheats and make your adjustments when you do this, but it's absolutely fine. And what's easier this time around with the replacement refrigerants, like when I started out, we had to do oil changes all the time. We went from R12, 502, and 22 to the 134A, the 404A, and it was like, oh, some of that stuff didn't have POE oil. Well, now everything's got POE oil, and it's made for POE oil. So it's just a refrigerant swap, and then check your superheat and adjust your metering device if you need to. It's going to be gravy. So what got me to switch to all that was the pricing. I went to RSD to get a jug, and it was $635. I went, dude, that's, come on. What are my options here? They're all, well, 448 is still only $3, whatever it is. It came down a little bit to $335, I went. And that used to be high because we used to pay $140 for 134, or no, for 404. I think we used to get 410 for $70 a jug. The good old days. So I looked it up, and it totally does everything 404, 407 does, and with the price, it was the price. I went, screw it, I'm just going to switch. And then Charleston's using that 450A for the 134A replacement. It even says right on there, replacement for 134A, low global warming potential. I can't say that. Lower global warming potential. So and then now the 450A is cheaper than 134A. So I just went, no brainer, I'll just switch. And that's what I'm doing. And of course, R290 is dirt cheap. Prices going crazy in Canada too. 404A refrigeration. 404A is rock and roll, baby. How are you doing, man? What am I? Frank wants to know what I'm drinking. So we were talking about this. This is called hop tea, sparkling hop tea. This is the Citra Bomb flavor. What it is it's tea brewed like a craft beer. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 alcohol. Gluten-free. It's like super hippie. It's got all, if you guys can't see this, but it's got like all the little hippie tags right here. Super hippie. And I got to tell you guys, so I think I'm 6 months not drinking, feeling great. And, but I always like to have a beer or whatever. This actually takes away the little beer cravings. It tastes like an IPA, but it's tea. And they make different flavors. I got the little fridge full of all the different flavors. So it has like that nice hoppy IPA taste, but it's really light, like a little sparkling water. And I was saying earlier, all I need is a pair of skinny jeans and to get my soy game on and tear it up with all the soy boys out there. With my soy game. Yeah. Get my soy game rocking. Because I'm turning into a soy boy.
Yeah, he's a soy boy. Coming through, yeah, he's a soy boy. Looking at you, yeah, he's a soy.
Here's a quick one. When I record those songs, I usually do most of them in one take. I'll have the guitar lick in my head. I'll record the drums because you need a backing track to play to, right? So I'll have all the little changes in my head. Da 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 da. Play the drums to it. And then even if my drums are out of time a little bit, I can make the guitar match, the rhythm guitar track, and then I'll do the bass guitar, and then I'll come up with my stupid words, and then I'll do the little fills at the end. And that's usually how it goes. I need to make a video on how I do that. How about them Niners? GBJ. Yeah. None of my fans cried on TV. Now, Debo cried on TV, but Debo can cry because he played in the game. He left his heart and soul on the field. He's allowed to be on the sideline and cry a little bit because he's an actual player. But none of my fans cried on TV like Cowboy fan. That was my Super Bowl. That was my Super Bowl. Niners beat the Cowboys in Dallas. Cowboys fans crying on TV, and then the national media just ripped them to pieces. Oh, man. Super Bowl right there. That was my Super Bowl. Oh, that was so good. And then we got Rodgers in Green Bay. Unbelievable. On a team with a bunch of backup people. I actually hope the Rams win the Super Bowl. My sister and I got uncle and some cousins that are big Rams fans. Oh, my nieces, too. So I hope they get their Super Bowl, dude. Keep it in the family, keep it on the West. Yeah, Tyler, me too. I hope the Rams win. I'm not like a sore loser. The Niners shouldn't have even been in that game. Actually, they should have not even made the playoffs, but they did. So, hey, it was fun. Everyone needs to hit the like button, Mike B. Well, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Yeah, you guys could smash the liker for the old Dave if you need to. Anybody got any questions I could hack up? You never know if you're going to get an answer or a hack and mow answer. You guys digging hack and mow, or am I wasting my time? Mike B wants the Bengals. Yeah, that could end up being a really exciting game if Joe Burrow and Chase are on fire, man. And then you got Cooper Kupp and the Lions quarterback, that guy that was always the quarterback for the Lions. Yeah, that could get exciting. Oh, right. Dustin Weaver. Even his wife likes hack and mow. Hey, how many of you guys remember when oh man, I can't give it away. That's next week's episode. We'll have to talk about it after next week's episode. I almost gave it away. Oh, Dave. What is the condensing temperature set for fan cycling? What is the range you use and why? All the ones we have here, so because I don't have super low ambience, it does get cold enough sometimes when I do need to use fan cycling, like for a walk-in box. And I'll usually have it cut in at 110 degrees condensing. And I'll usually have it cut out at around 85. 85 or 90. Somewhere's in there is my range. Yeah, maybe sometimes I've set it as low as 80 if it looks like the fan's cycling too much and I want to get a longer stroke out of it. But that's usually how I set them. How are you setting yours, Gas Man? Oh, Dennis Lindsay, Hack and Mow are great. Mike B, loving Hack and Mow, keep him company. Need a weekly series of Hack and Mow. Yeah, I'm trying to do Hack and Mow where it comes out every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific. So that'd be 8 p.m. on the East Coast. And I'll keep them short because I'm just trying to do my thing. Having any issues with 448A? I haven't had any myself, but people keep complaining about it. I haven't had any issues with it, but that was HVACR videos. I'm not using it on low temp yet. I don't think I have any freezers with 448A. As far as the walk-in boxes, and again, Chris, I'm in a low. In summertime, my ambients are low, so you'd crack up what my summers are like here. So I don't get a lot of the problems people have when they get high ambient temperatures. Like if you're out there in the desert and it's a $120, $110, $115. I'm not seeing those problems because, I get a hot day here, it's 85 degrees and people are losing their minds. So I haven't seen any issues, and I'm doing stupid stuff with 448A. I'll run it in units that have 4 404A TXVs, and I'll set the superheat, and I'll run it in units that have R22 TXVs. And as a matter of fact, the last coil I bought, RSD gave me an R22 expansion valve for that unit for the 448A. So I don't know if they were out of the specific 448A TXVs, but that's what they gave me. We need guest stars from Boston, North Carolina, and Orlando. RJ Parker is the best, dude. Outstanding. That made me laugh. Hack and Mower Brothers. Oh, so Gasman does the same thing with his fan cycling switches as well. Yeah. That's how I do it. Have you ever used R453A? What's your take on that? Drop in for R22. I have not used R453A. Yeah, Chris says 448A actually uses R22 valves. Yeah, you know, it's funny. When it first came out, they were giving me 404A valves with it. As a matter of fact, I got a video where I did, there was a walk-in box we replaced 2 evaporator coils in. Well, it only had 1 coil. We replaced that coil and added a coil. And then we put a big condensing unit on the roof. And that was the first 448A job I did. And RSD back then gave me 404A valves. And now they're giving us R22 valves. But that box has worked fine since. I did have to adjust the superheat on those valves. And that unit, honestly, knock on wood, to this day, it still hasn't had an issue. The guy's totally stoked. And I also used the thermostat from Ketotherm. I used a Ketotherm thermostat so I could set the defrosts. And I was kind of high on those for a minute, and then when the Johnson Control came out with the A421 ABD OTC, it was a little bit cheaper price-wise, and they're always on the shelf, so I switched to those. I've had some issues with those thermostats, by the way. The Penn Johnson A421s, I've had a couple of those puke out already. And I don't know if I'm getting bummed out yet or not. I got to see. We'll see how it keeps going. Excuse me. But I have. Let's see. In the last 6 months, I think I've replaced 3, and it seems to be poor solder connections. Yeah, poor solder connections for where the sensing bulb goes. That's what I've been finding on those. You'll go there and think you got a bad sensor, and it's the actual control, the solder connection pins. According to the EPA, there is no such thing as drop-in. Laugh out loud. I've converted a lot of my customers' machines to 407C, and now my supplier is pushing 448A. Yeah, 404A, that's exactly what I'm doing. I had used, because 407 was so cheap, that was my go-to replacement for R22, and I got a bunch of walk-in boxes running on it right now. So my van is out of 407C. I'm not buying any more because of the price. And so I'll just have to, if a customer gets a leak or has an issue, I'll have to pull that out, change the dryer, recover it, pull the vacuum, and then I'm going to recharge it with 448A, recheck the superheat, and be on my way. That's what's going on there. SEER rates going up to 15 in 2023. Yeah, there's a date where California new installs are going to be electric heat only too. And I had the date for the day job and I can't remember it. But new construction in California is going to go. Yeah, it's going to go heat pumps. That'll be good. See how that works out in Lake Tahoe. We can get 448, 449 Danfoss valves here. Oh, in the UK. I think the main thing is getting the orifice selection correct. That's right. So the orifice in your distributor for the 448A is way bigger opening than 404A. And that's probably will cause some issues. 407 is $300 there. Yep. Electric only is dumb. Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to end up causing some problems, Chris. All right, me heating guide, Big Joe out there, Michigan. We're going to 14 SEER in Michigan. Okay. Oh, that was nice from Shane Evans. Shane Evans says, "Hey Chris, love both of these channels. As a new refrigeration tech, I look up to you two, the HVA and HVACR survival." Oh, Big Rick getting some love. Thanks for the great content. Oh, my content hasn't been very great lately, but hang in there. There'll be something coming down the pipe eventually. In the meantime, I'm going to have some fun. I think I'm going to drop a motorcycle video tomorrow, but it's only 2 minutes long. But yeah, we'll see. We'll get something going. How do you like name of my next company? Incognito Air. It's a division of Fly By Night Industries. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I have some air dryers that run on 513A. I haven't really seen that refrigerant anywhere before. I've never even heard of it. We get down to low temps outside here in the winter. Electric only would not suffice. Yeah, California, there's places in California that get real cold. I mean, in December, we had 203 inches of snow in the Sierras, but we haven't had anything since. We had that big storm, and then it went right to endless summer again. I think where Chris lives will probably be in the 90s this week, high 80s or low 90s. I'm going to hit 78 degrees Wednesday, Thursday in Santa Cruz. I'm just south of San Francisco, which that's freaking crazy. I'll be wearing shorts to work at the day job for sure. So I don't know. It's that's nuts. Hey Dave, should go on the overtime show. You should go on the overtime show. I think I've been on Rick's show once before, and I used to go on Zach's stuff every once in a while. I think Zach still does videos. Just dug out of 2 feet of snow, Greg M. Oh crap, Greg. Do you actually have the snow blower? Or did you have to shovel that? I've only had to shovel snow once. The mother-in-law used to live in Lake Tahoe, and I had to dig out the backyard strip for the dogs. And I'm not kidding. It was at least 5 feet deep, and that about freaking killed me. It took me all day with the shovel, and I just had to shovel it over the fence, because the street was out there. And I dug out that backyard, and it about freaking killed me. You guys would be laughing. That thing whooped my hide. I kind of hid away from going up there after that for a while. In the winter, I'd always come up with something. Nah, I can't make it. I got shit to do. Side jobs. Hey Dave, with your help, I made it through my first few reefer calls. Thanks for the help. Keith Burns. Right on, Keith. The refrigeration thing's fun. It's different than HVAC. I've been lucky enough to do both. I really enjoyed my time at the mechanical shop doing a lot of package units and chillers, and it was good. It was different. It's cleaner work. There was years where I didn't even, on the refrigeration side, there was years where you don't even touch a ladder because everything was just in the restaurants, barely would touch a ladder. I think right now, like the day job, I'm always up in the T-bar, so I hook a 8-foot ladder all day long at the day job. JP HVAC, 1/4-inch ice in Kentucky with 3 inches of snow. Wow. That doesn't sound like fun. Oh, Greg M had to shovel it. He shoveled it. 70 yesterday in Virginia, 35 today. Oh, that's a big swing. That is a big swing. I've got one system running on 513A and a direct replacement for 134A. Hey, Heavy Diesel, has the 450A made it to the UK yet? So that's the one they got for us here with the low global warming potential. And Charleston is actually using it So the OEM is actually shipping units with 450A. That was the main reason I switched to that one. Oh, man. Let's see. Pushing snow with the tractor. Me heating guy. Oh, yeah, you got a big property out there, Joe. Good thing you got the tractor. Can you get the cars out and the whole deal with the tractor? Be like the neighborhood snowplow guy. We had 2 feet in New York last week. Oh, my goodness. Lead mining reefer smell with the really pissed off face. That was a good post. Wear shorts at work, shorty. And a robe in the employee lounge. Yeah, at the day job. Hey, so working at the university at the day job, man. All the mechanics and everybody in summertime, those dudes are all wearing shorts. And the gardening staff, and there's 20,000 workers up there. Yeah, it's really lax up there. But safety's a big deal. Safety's number one. So if you go in places, you have to put your coveralls on. Like you can't go in a lab with shorts on. That's a major. That might get you run out of there. So we all have coveralls. So you wear your shorts, and then if you got to go in a building and do a bunch of work, you put your coveralls on. Coveralls. Actually, working in coveralls with shorts is not a bad deal. Because then you could unzip and jump out of those things to your next job, you know. Not a bad deal when it's hot out. Oh, man. Yeah. These things are a trip. When I was drinking beers, you could just crush beers. These would go a little slower. Hop tea. Hippie stuff. They're about $3 a can though. They're not cheap. Yeah, they have them at Whole Foods. Whole Foods. You could go in there and get your hippie on. Try going into a Whole Foods in California and forget your mask in the van. See how that goes. It'd be like you killed everybody. Oh my God! Ah, monster! Hey Dave, it's me, Isaiah. Oh, what's happening, Isaiah? Sure. Oh, 404 Refrigeration. I'm in the boxer shorts and Carhartts all summer long. Yep. That's a good way to roll, man. Good way to roll. HVAC to fish. With the huge push with heat pumps and the rebates they were pushing here in Maine, once 410A is phased, or when it becomes so expensive, customers are going to be pissed when I got to go fix a hack job. Yeah. This whole thing it's going to be a big old mess. I wonder how many businesses it'll cause to go under. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Chesapeake just got back from Richmond on call. John Harold. I made hot black tea. Delicious. Craig M. Yep. Let's see. What else we got going on? Whole Foods. Nice for sightseeing. Yep. There's no doubt about that. I will give it that. No doubt. Don't know why Kool-Aid doesn't come out with the new drink. Miss seeing the big red dude jumping through the wall. Hey, Kool-Aid. Yeah, when we were kids, Shark and Berry Fin Punch was my favorite. Did you guys drink that one? Shark and Berry Fin Punch? Dude, you'd have to get like your mom's sugar bag, dude, and the Kool-Aid, it would take the whole damn thing of sugar, dude. No wonder we were outside playing till midnight when we were kids. We were all tweaked out on sugar from the Kool-Aid. Oh my God. JP HVAC. Dave works on all same stuff I do, except no fryers or grills. I do those because no one else wants to pay. Yeah, no, I don't do the hot side. Yeah, someone else could do that, the hot side. Purple Source Rex was my Kool-Aid of choice. Yeah, I liked Shark and Berry Fin Punch. It would be a bummer, dude. Like, you'd get your friends over, you'd be like, hey, man, I got the Kool-Aid at my house. I saw the packets. And then, like, 4 of your friends come over with you, and you dump it in the deal, and you put the water in, and you go to the cupboard to get that big old thing of sugar, and it's a strikeout. And it's just like, oh, man, no sugar. All right, well, let's try it without the sugar. Dude, major bummer. Oh, man. That happened a few times. Then your friends would quit coming over if that happened too much. Oh, Jolt Cola. All the sugar and twice the caffeine. I've drank that stuff before, the Jolt, back in the day. John Harrell calls it Happy Crack. I tried Hot Side for 6 months. Didn't like it. Too much grease, but was good coin. Yeah, I had tried it before. And, God, your tools get all greasy. And, yeah, that's just not my deal. I like the refrigeration part of it. I got a ton of Manitowocks with 410A. These customers will cry when they need sealed system work. Oh, yeah. The little cool air Manitowocks. I had a customer buy one of those. Let's talk about that for a second. That's a good convo. Pizza place right down the street. Great customer. He's got 2 ice makers. One in the back of the house and then one out front on the soda dispenser, right? And the one on the soda dispenser, it lasted a long time. And I think it was it was either a Q or a S model. But it had its time and it died. And so he went to replace it. He's a sharp guy. He knew about, it was, the width of the machine to fit on there because he had the 22-inch wide one, and he knew about the pounds for the production. So he went online and bought his own thing, and sure enough, he bought the Cool Air, right? And so he's got the bar, goes like this. Great place, a great little hideaway to go drink beers back when I was drinking and your day was done. Nice little bar, server area, and then all the chairs and tables and things. And then off to the side, there's like another little table. And at the end of the bar was the self-serve soda fountain with the ice maker on top. And next to that is the big screen TV with all the sports. And I'm talking, it's a huge television. Monster. I mean, dude, Jimmy Garoppolo was like this big on there. And so he gets the Cool Air, calls me up, hey, can you come take the old one out, put this one in? I'm like, yeah, this much money. He's like, okay, cool, do it. So I get all the materials and stuff, I swap it out, and we crank it on, and I could already tell he's bumming because it's got that compressor from the window shaker in there, with the triangular base and the suction accumulator. That thing's noisy. He's bumming. And I had to sit there and show him, take him by the hand, take it all apart, show him what's in there. Hey, this is what's in here, dude. He's like, well, can we block it off to make it quieter? I go, no, it needs airflow. The air's got to, it comes in the back and dumps out the sides. And those things are noisy, so be careful with those Cool Airs, where they're located at. If you got to, where it's not around people and they don't care it, they're fine. But that was a bummer. Dave, you guys getting bent over on refrigeration costs down there? Canada's getting effed. Yes, refrigeration kitchen equipment tech. Yeah, the prices are ridiculous. We were talking about that earlier. Prices are ridiculous, and in America, it's gonna go up another, what did I say? It's 40% in 2023, another 40% increase. We're gonna be looking at probably, what, $800 to $900 a jug, dude. Think about this for a minute. Think if you're the owner of the shop, your guys got your vans taken home, and they're stopping off at the bar doing gas and goes and trading up for beers and whatnot. You're gonna go broke. You're gonna go broke. Your guys are gonna be out there hitting their little side jobs with your gas, dude. You're gonna go broke quick. Oh my gosh. Anyone had issues with the float switches on the newer Manitowocks, Flaker Cubers? Had multiple units go down multiple times in the past 2 years due to them. Yeah, I think their vendor for those switches, they bought some cheap switches. That's what I think. Got a Hoshizaki flaker from '96, still going strong. Yep, Hoshizaki flakers. Hoshizakis and Follettes are the best flakers. Great equipment. Manitowoc water inlet valve shocked me on the van. Oh, stock them on the van. Yeah, the Manitowoc water inlet solenoid valves. If you don't check your water inlet pressure and reduce it down with the regulator, those things puke out real common all the time. United told us to expect 40% more. Yeah, so that I know here in the States, the EPA, it's in writing, because I'm like the refrigerant guy at the day job. It's a 40% increase for HFCs next 2023. So, what's help me out here with the math real quick. What's 40% of $600? Two something? Yeah, it's gonna be 8 and change for a jug. We just bought 20 cylinders of 404A anticipating the increase. 11% raise 2 days ago from February 1st. Yeah, $240. So if it's $630, $870 for a jug of 404A in 2023. Yeah, you're just gonna buy 448. There's no reason to pay. Just find what's cheaper and switch it over. Yeah, $840. Oh, dude, could you imagine? Think about it. And yeah, you got 5 or 6 trucks on the road, and the guys are swinging by the bar, charging up the dude's cooler. Bro, you can't have that stuff going missing at those prices. You'd go broke. D-Tech 3 versus H10. I noticed you using the H10. The results seem good. Yeah, the H10 is 100% better than the D-Tech 3. D-Tech also gave me the what's the super duper one? Oh, they gave me the Stratus to use. I don't even use it. I should probably sell it to one of you guys. One of you guys want a Stratus on sale? One of you guys should hit me up. I'm on Instagram. Send me a DM, and I could probably bro deal someone a Stratus. I don't even use it. The D-Tech 3 has the same guts and everything. It just doesn't have the display. The D-Tech 3 works. Don't get me wrong. It does work. And so does the field piece leak detectors. But the H10's it's in another realm. That's a ton of money being out on the road. Oh, Tyler J, HVAC guy. Tyler, no kidding. Dude. Could you imagine inventory in that stuff and you come up short at $800 a jug? Oh, dude. H10 is unreal good. Broke down and bought my first one last year, and it's been a lifesaver. Used Bacharach's Informant 2 for years. Yeah, the H10 it's on another platform. I've told you guys this story. I was on so lucky when I got into trades. My boss provided all us mechanics the H10s. They were the plug-in models. This is in the 1980s. That's how long around that leak detector goes back. Because that's what he was taught with, and he knew that it worked. And back then there wasn't a lot of choices. So I got to use that, and it's been great. Because I was able to use that from when I was a rookie all the way through. I did have to purchase a couple of them myself. I did purchase a plug-in model, and I don't have the newest one. At NorCal, at the day job I do. What is it, the H10 Pro? I have the H10 PM on my NorCal truck for the battery one. And great leak detectors. They'll last a long time, too. You can rebuild them and all kinds of fun stuff. Soon the cost of refrigerant will be more than the vehicles that it's kept in. Justin in time 631. Never used the H10, but I'm very happy with the Stratus. Yeah, like I said, the Inficon leak detectors do work. They work very well. They do. Dave was never. Okay, he was born. Oh, I was born a super tech. I couldn't figure out Shannon's deal. Arky. I was never a rookie. Dave was never a rookie. He was always a super tech. Oh, bullshit. I was terrible when I started in the trade. You guys, every one of you guys would have fired this dude. I was terrible. Right out of high school. Greener than green. Rotten. Yeah, I sucked. Yeah. The good news is you could all get good if you're just starting out. Because I was terrible. Those are the facts. I was bad, dude. Do you know how many motors I let the factory smoke out of? I let the factory smoke out of a lot of motors, dude. 3-phase motors back in the day. Oh, you could wire it for 240 or 480? Oh, I didn't know that. I think I let the factory smoke out. How much that one cost? I was that guy. Yeah, absolutely. I've had around 90% success with the DTEC 3. Can be a little frustrating. My first DTEC 3 was a stinker, but DTEC sent me a replacement and then sent me the Stratus to pull my video down. And I did. I sucked up to it. But I always said I did. I want to get an ultrasonic leak detector. I've heard nothing but good things about the ultrasonics 404. I have something that's like that at work for the steam traps, for finding leaky steam traps. It works great. You could actually hear the steam traps pissing by. So I've heard nothing but good things about the ultrasonic. We've had to log all bottle cylinder serial numbers and match it to the system, so if we get audited, we can account for where all the gas went. Heavy diesel. Yep. Here in the States, heavy diesel, we only have to track it if the system holds 50 pounds or more. Then I think in California you got 14 days to fix the leak. Federally, I think it's 30. But in California, it's 14 days, unless an action is taken. And there's a bunch of loopholes in there, like if it's food processing equipment and you're in the process of replacing the equipment, there's loopholes to do gas and goes and all this other stuff. I have all the details at the day job because we have chillers there that hold a lot of refrigerant. So if you get a leak on one, it's this huge paperwork process. And you have a time frame of when that leak has to be fixed and it has to be documented when you get on big systems. But if all the little piddly stuff NorCal plays with, if it's under 50 pounds, we don't have to track it here legally. 50 pounds or over. Let's see, where were we at? Gain is set a little high on your microphone. Sounds like it's clipping. All right, let me turn that down. Yeah, it's the gain on my iRig is jacked up, and I forgot to set it, but I can't get over there to it from where I'm at. It's over by the camera. I'll remember that for next time. I had a hell of a time getting the live stream started. It'll be on YouTube on a playback, and this is what it's going to be all about. I had a heck of a time at the start. In your defense, you were lost, sending out factory smoke signals on the motors. Yeah, I was sending out the factory smoke signals. I thought I was jumping out a thermal limit on a Lennox compressor to try and get it running. It was the crankcase heater, Shannon. Yeah, we all had some fun times starting out. Oh my goodness. Heavy Diesel bought a Mega Ohmer because of you. Great vids. Oh, because I burned up the motors. The audio would be real nice on the CB. Oh, yeah. I had a heck of a time setting everything up. I didn't know I was going to do a live stream today, so I just kind of came in here and plugged all the crap in and hoped it worked, and it didn't. For ultrasonic, don't get anything but the AccuTrack, Shannon. Oh, so Shannon's got the ultrasonic. I've dealt with some maintenance guys that thought a 8/10 amp fuse could be replaced with an 8 or 10 amp fuse. I was completely lost for words. That's a big difference. Big difference. It's 8/10 of an amp. No, it's 8 or 10 amps, man. That's something Hack and Mo would get into. Oh, man, what do you mean? That's not 8 or 10 amps, man. Hey, Hack. Hacking and mowing. Here's a good story. I remember it was like probably first week on the job right out of high school. And there used to be a lot of water-cooled condensers on the refrigeration units. And the guy I was working with, he's like the install guy. Really good dude. He's all, hey, man, go to the truck and get me a 3/4 inch galvanized union because they were piping in the water lines to the condenser. I went, okay. I went out to the truck and I found where all the galvanized fittings were. I didn't know what a union was. And I must have been over there trying to figure it out myself till where he finally came over to the truck and goes, you don't know what you're looking for, do you? And I went, no, I don't. Ah, dude, that was 1987. Yeah, epic. Epic. Epic stuff. Okay. I replaced a $400 board on a transformer and capacitors, and all that was wrong was a $30 thermostat. Oh, yeah, I've done all that. I probably let the factory smoke out of a couple transformers, too, way back in the day. And you remember the old Carrier package unit heat pumps that had the, oh, my God, the timer? Remember the big old timer with all the little index marks and stuff? Yeah. Back in the day, those things kicked my ass. I also misdiagnosed, I think, probably a 30 horse part winding compressor one time. But my boss was smart enough. He sent me out there. It was at a church. It was a big semi-hermetic Carlisle. It was on a Carrier, big Carrier boxcar unit. And there was no walkie-talkies or cell phones back in those days. There wasn't even air conditioners in the trucks. And so I made it back to the shop, and I told him I need to order a compressor, and I was all feeling badass. I had it all written down, everything good. He goes, tomorrow morning, meet me at that job site. I went, okay. I went out there. He knew I didn't have a sniff of what was going on. And yeah, I learned a lot. They taught me a lot. I misdiagnosed a part winding compressor. But the boss was smart enough to go back and double check my ass. But he wasn't pissed. He was teaching me, and it was good. That's how it was back in the day. It was good. For some reason, it just doesn't seem like they have time for the new guys nowadays. It's a trip. Hack and Mo vids are my favorite. Yeah, thanks, man. I like Hack and Mo. Oh, I heard some Harley Davidson go by. Hey, Dave, big fan of your work ethic. And how about them Cowboys? Dude, that was my Super Bowl. That was, once they won that game and those fans were crying on TV and they were showing that, I told my wife, that's my Super Bowl. I go, they shouldn't even be in the playoffs. And I go, to see that happen, oh, after all the heartache the Cowboys gave the Niners, I'm old enough to remember we thought we were going to the Super Bowl with John Brody. It was like, we were in Candlestick. It must have been like 1972. They were up 28. They were up like 28-13 in the fourth quarter, and people were going home. I was watching it on TV. I was a little peewee. People thought it was in the bag. See you at the Super Bowl. Man, that Roger Staubach got in there and put the smoke on them. And then we always lost to the Cowboys until Joe Montana finally beat them. And then Montana beat them. And then, don't forget this, dude. Steve Young couldn't beat the Cowboys. So that guy took over for Montana. The fans hated that dude, believe it or not. I used to have season tickets then, and they hated Steve Young. I remember one time a lady called up on the talk radio, and she actually said she wished he broke his leg. But he was replacing Joe Montana, at that time the greatest of all time. And the fans were not putting up with that dude not beating the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl. They were not happy about it. And then we bought our Super Bowl because we got Deion Sanders. I'm just being honest. You know, kind of like what the Rams are doing this year. I had an apprentice 25 years ago looking for a 24-inch pipe wrench in a 16-inch toolbox. Scotland. Was it NorCal Dave? Was his name Dave? My first boss asked to go to a basement shop and get him a donut. I had no clue. He meant a metal washer for the electrical connection we were working on. Went to the shop and dicked around and then went back to the shop and told him I couldn't find any. Oh. Go get a bucket of steam. That's a good one. Oh yeah. Scotland Heating. I had an apprentice that refused to work with Fahrenheit, Celsius only, because we're Canadians. I'd get new guys later on in my career once I learned how to fix a few things. We'd get a new guy and I'd have him. I'd be like, "Hey, write this model and serial number down for me," and they'd be like, "Okay." And I'd be like, I'm like space. I'm all AM space A as in alpha, N as in Nancy. I'm all space. I go I space D O space I T. I'm all, now read it back to me. I'd get them every time. Oh man, I'd get those dudes every single time with that one. That was a good one. I am an idiot. Oh dude, that was so good. Andrew Edis, hello from England. Hello, Andrew. Yeah, my mom's from Nottingham, UK. Yeah, the mom side of the family. Yeah, my granny's still alive. She's like 92 or 93. Still going. Those British women live forever. The men, not so much. The women always outlive the men. Yeah, she's like 93, still lives by herself. Still. Feisty one. Dave, have you actually used any 450 in place of 134A? How did it go? Yeah, Winston Wright, I have. I've used it on a couple makeup tables, and I just weigh in the amount of 134A that it was asking for, and it went pretty well so far. Now, I have no idea if the cap tubes are supposed to be a different size. I'm sure they are, but I just used what was there, changed the dryer, pulled the vacuum, put the 450 in. And with 450, I was talking about earlier, it'll at a 20 degree evaporator, you'll be at about 11 psi on your gauge. So instead of 18, you'll be at 11. Right there, 11 or 12. Head pressure will look lower. And so far, so good. I got about 4 of them running right now. No issues so far. We'll see how it goes. And these are all older units. Heavy Diesel started a chemical fire once. See, like tonight, all the truth comes out tonight on the NorCal Dave live stream. Yeah. Let's see what else I've done. I let the factory smoke out of some motors. Gosh, I'm sure there's other stuff I've done. Oh, I've done where you got like a rooftop full of package units, and then you're done with the day and you're chilling and you get the phone call to go back because you left the disconnect off. That used to be my patented move. I'd leave a disconnect off. And then I would always tell the boss, hey, at least I was doing my job. And my coworker came up with this great idea. He's like, get your keys on a carabiner And when you kill the disconnect for your lockout tagout, he's all, put the carabiner in there with your car keys. And he goes, you'll never forget a disconnect because you won't be able to drive away because it'll be on the disco. And I always thought that was a good, somebody could probably make something like that. And then, I watched, at the day job, we had this boiler company come out because we still hire out. They have these little blue cones like this that go on the hood of your truck, and it's to remind the mechanic when he gets back in the truck or the van to do your walk around, make sure you got all your stuff. Because then you got to get out, get the cone, put the cone back in the car. And it's this little cone about this big that sits on the hood. Little magnetic feet, boom. I thought that was a great idea. Oh, that reminds me, there was one time, too, check this out. I worked for this shop that also did residential air conditioning. And I was green, young. I had the extension ladder up on the roof. It was a package unit up on the roof of a house. Made my repair, killing it. Took the invoice down, BS with the customer, got the check, invoice signed, got in the van and left. Well, I had left the ladder, and it was over their garage. So when they hit the garage door opener and backed out, it screwed the car up. So yeah, that didn't go over too good. That activated the insurance plan. I did that one. Oh, you always got to check for your stuff. All right. HVAC ice cream guy. How is the Mastercool 290 charging scale set up? Thinking about snagging one up. I've been having good luck with it. There was a few people that were having problems with like the fitting leaking. So if you get one, just make sure you tighten up all the little fittings. But I've had good luck with it, man. It seemed to be working very well for me. If you ask me would I buy one again, yeah, I would. But I think if you go shopping now, you could probably find stuff a little bit cheaper. I think there's comparable products that are less money than the Mastercool one, that are the same thing basically. But no, it works great. I have messed with them and used a metric tape measure on the job. Electrician told me that nothing I cut will fit your job. Metric tape measure, that's epic. Had Apprentice 2 years ago say he didn't know why bar named Thirsty Beavers was called Beaver. He also told the owner he loved cream pies. Apprentice was referring to oatmeal cream pies. My first supermarket refrigeration call, I spent hours looking for the rack for the cases. Learned the hard way. Yeah. Oh. Gas man. As an apprentice, I always used to run to the exhaust fans. I'd always used to run the exhaust fans backwards. Yep. I did that one too. I had the motor spinning the wrong way. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Or leave the orange jumper with the red on a heat pump on a cold day. That usually calls you back having cold air. Oh, yeah, leaving the jumper on the reversing valve. What up, guys? Everything HVAC. Love your videos. Thank you for all you do. Oh, thanks, Jonathan. What up? Dave, not watching the Pro Bowl either? Nah, I'm not into the Pro Bowl. I'll pass on that one. Oh, Winston Wright. Yeah, my fitting did leak at first, but it was just loose from the factory. I tightened it, no issues. Yep, same with me. Same thing. We were talking about the Mastercool R290 charging scale system. I think it works great. I like it. But I think I'm pretty sure there's the same thing out there for less money. So you just got to shop it out. You never know, what's out there, what's available. Mike B, new Calgon, $150. There you go. Took a while to get in this field. Even had multiple owners tell me I only hire experience. I'm like, where did you start from? 6 months in, and I'm already going behind Elmer Fudd's veterans. Yeah. Hey, I remember one time my boss came out on a job. He'd never been on a job with us. He wanted to get in there and help, and I get a little weird sometimes because you get used to working by yourself, so you like to do things your way, right? Hopefully I'm normal with that. I'm not like, don't work with me, but I'm like, I'm making my repair, I'm doing my things, I like to do it my way. And he jumped in there to put the dryer in, and that's back in the days where everything was flared, so it wasn't a big deal. He put it in backwards. I ripped him for it hard. We drank beers after work that day too, and I kept giving him shit. I was like, "Hey Fred, nice job on your backwards dryer." I'm all, next time you could stay in the van. Oh my gosh. I've been doing research. The Mastercool one is the cheapest I can find. Oh, then snag it. It's totally good. Totally good. I remember when I ordered mine, it took a while to get it though. And that was, I guess that was was that during COVID or before? I can't remember. But it's a good unit. If the price is good on that thing, snag that thing. I actually haven't run into 290. I don't work on much restaurant equipment anymore, mostly rooftop units. Air dryers, humidifiers, environmental chambers, chillers. I miss the walk-in boxes sometimes. Tyler J, HVAC guy. Yeah, I work on a lot of air dryers at my day job. We got a lot of air compressors. There's still pneumatic buildings at my day job, dude. And it's a trip. Honeywell still makes a lot of gear for all that old pneumatic stuff. You could still get parts. When you making some more videos, Tyler? Oh yeah, Tyler. When you making some more videos? Friend of mine miswired a generator changeover switch. When he tried it, it set fire to the transformer for the industrial estate he was working on. Oh, man. Jameson Asbury. Jimmy G just signed up for trade school. Now, Jimmy G's probably going to either be the Steelers quarterback, maybe Tampa Bay. The Niners, he's a salary cap casualty. They need his money to pay Debo. I like Jimmy G, man. You should see the all-22 film of that offensive line in that Rams game. It's comical. They were like Pop Warner football. Some funny shit. I was on the roof of a bowling alley at midnight, 10 degrees, and the ladder blew down. Had to call 911, Scotland. Hey, well, check this out. I was in Stockton, California, on the bad side of town. It was about 105 degrees. We used to do all the quick stops. I think I've told this story before. Dude, the homeboys came and took my ladder. They were like 12, 13 years old. The homeboys came in and took my ladder. They're all, hey, man, you want your ladder back? Throw down some money. I wasn't about to not do it. I think I dropped them a 10 spot. I told them, hey, you put the ladder up, I'll drop the money. And I go, you guys better beat feet. And I did. They put the ladder back up. They could barely get it up. But to where I could grab it, and I dropped the money. That was a good hustle. I wasn't mad at them or nothing. I was actually laughing because that's the way I am. That was a good hustle. And they worked for it. And I dropped them a tenner. And I got my ladder back, and then I was like I was chasing after him, but I wasn't. And then I remembered, hey, I got to start tying my ladder off. That was a hell of a hustle, dude. They got me. Found a 100-year-old pneumatic steam valve last winter in the oldest building in downtown Louisville. Oh, that's awesome. Don't you hate that you're working on a job site and everyone's cracking jokes and your joke's a little bad and the owner starts laughing hard and everyone looks at you? What the fuck? Oh, man. Yeah, the ladder one was good, dude. It was so hot on that roof. I was going to make a deal. Let's make a deal. Oh, that was a good hustle. Damn good hustle. And, I started tying the ladder off after that. I was young back then, too. I didn't even think about tying off ladders and shit in those days. Stupid. The shit we used to do. I remember one time, too, we were doing a case in a grocery store. I was actually with the senior mechanic. There's three of us. and we were welding in. I think we were welding up the coil or welding in a TXV, and it was phosgene from hell. And the other old guy was like, "Here, I'll turn on the oxygen from the torch rig, my torch rig, while you're in there working." We were really trying to kill ourselves with phosgene and then oxygen going with the open flame. It's just stupid stuff, man. Oh, my goodness. All right, well, man, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'm going to wrap this thing up. We'll call it a day. Let's see, maybe we could find some outgoing music. I had such a hard time with the with all my gear starting off today. It was hilarious. All right, maybe we could end with the music actually playing this time. Can you guys hear that one? That's my newest jam. There it is. All right, peace out. Thanks for everybody that watches the channel. Thank you to everybody that's bought me a cup of coffee and interacts. I have a lot of fun with this. And as soon as I get some decent stuff to film for the refrigeration side, I'll get it out there. In the meantime, thanks for putting up with all my shenanigans. And that's about it, man. Thank you very much. The only downside with the hop tea is you don't get there's no buzz. No alcohol, no buzz.